So shout out to Star. Shout out to Star. Because I respect, that's the dude that I met back in the days when I first came in the game. And he always showed me love physically in front of him and on radio when I wasn't around. And he always gave me the props. He gave Punis props. You know what I'm saying? He always gave Joe love too back then. You know what I'm saying? But whatever they, he's a guy that shoots it straight down the middle, regardless. And he's seen the same thing I had seen. And he supported me throughout the years, regardless if the industry don't mess with me. He always shouted me out, gave me love. And he always refers back to the Still Telling Lies song that we did. And he's one of the pioneers to me. He's one of those dudes that started with his own charisma, his own talent, from Hot 97 to, MTV to everything. He always made a mark, and he set his brand right, and he stood by what he said. Even when he made mistakes, he still stood with it and took his bad with his good and admitted when he was wrong and everything. You know what I'm saying? And, he's been a real critic of hip hop. And when I watch his show, The Star Report, he definitely says things, even though he says it in his own way with the funny and his own, spice to it. He says the truth. And I respect that in that man. I appreciate him. And, but that situation where, I called in right after Math, because Math definitely called him up, tried to fix it up. And Star, as the veteran he is, he wasn't even playing. He was even putting the blame on Math. He said, no, you did your job. Listen, Math, he was trying to stick up for Joe so bad and probably felt bad for that he was in his podcast that was said in. He's trying to rectify the situation with Star because he heard Star going in. Star just tried to warn him in between the lines. And Math should know better because he got a block hole in between the lines. He was trying to warn him. Do not get in him, Math. You did what you're supposed to have done. You're supposed to have done, just you asked him a question, he answered it. He has to stand on that by himself. It's not your fault. But Matt kept bringing it to himself and trying to help and save Joe, Captain Save Joe. You know what I'm saying? He tried to play that. And then, and that, to me, that rung a bell immediately because it was like, damn, okay, so our situation with when Matt threw that jab at me, really that left hook, really, because he said that he tried to assassinate my character by saying that I made that fake paperwork up on Joe, some scrabble on Joe, that I made that up myself, that I can't, he can never have it on his platform because, I'm making things up. And what kind of integrity would he have? For him to call Star that day and knowing that he has a relationship with Star, and the truth being that Star is the one who actually put that paperwork on his Star Report show. And I got it from Star because I reposted it from Star's Star Report on my Instagram page. And for him to know Star, and that's how I think Star was trying to tell Q, don't go there. Because I think that he never told me that. He probably told Math the story, and now Math got it. So, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to rectify that with Math, and Math got it. But see, I have a problem trusting people that show me certain kind of snake qualities with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know he probably got caught up in the middle of that Nori saying things about me in that way. And he probably thought he had to join the negative Cuban Link fan club to join in that because everybody from Fat Joe's crew was there and he wanted to say something. But at the end of the day, he tried to assassinate my character, brother, with nothing that was true about it. Nothing was true about it that I made that paperwork up. You know what I'm saying? I got it from Star, the guy you called up, and you obviously have a relationship with him. So you definitely got to know the truth that I didn't make that paperwork up. It was actually Star who put that out there. So you got enough respect for Star to call him up and have a conversation with him, but you don't have enough respect or integrity to call me because you made a blunder. You made a mistake of saying those things to assassinate my character and to make everybody think that I'm a guy that's so desperate to be making up paperwork on people. That's never been part of my character. That's really, really a question you should ask yourself. And all I ever wanted from you, I even wrote you back and said, yo, my dude, man, the only logical and respectful thing for a real nigga to do is just with the same energy, make a blog up, dedicate it to me and say, your apologies of you characterizing me in that way because it was your mistake. You didn't know how really that transpired and how that paperwork got to Cuban Link's hands. And that you made a mistake, man, saying that Cuban wasn't the corporate behind that paperwork at all. It's actually somebody that and you got a relationship with. So why is the problem with you knowing you're wrong now? Because the guy who actually, did it first told you. And now you know the history of that. Why don't you just make a blog and take it back? Let the world know from Math Hoffa that still got love for Cuban Link, like we started our relationship and that you made a mistake there. You know, you don't have to give excuses because you wanted to do, you know, rock with Joe and you thought it was true because Joe told you that story. You could just say it was a blunder, man. I got my the people that had told me that behind the scenes, whatever, my source in that case gave me the wrong info about Cuban. And, you know what I'm saying? So, salute to Cuban Link. That's all you got to do. All you got to do for free. Nothing. And then I could respect that, but he never did that. He hasn't done it yet. But he got the nerve to call him Star and try to defend Joe on his back. So much, you know what I'm saying? I guess in cahoots he is with the fat snake. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that our relationship could ever be nothing but, you know what I'm saying, just criticism of each other, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Me pointing out things
needs to be as loud. The apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect.
Of course, and it's earned. It's earned. If you are a man of integrity, and somewhere that I held Math up to from his, you know, just his personality through the battle career, he's supposed to be a real one and all that. Now I see that you're not that I thought about you. So that's more even disappointing. And you're not even a man enough to you know, say when you're wrong. That's a strong quality to have, man, for people to believe in your word and any real nigga, you know what I'm saying, attributes of himself. You know what I'm saying, we want to present to people. But I guess you don't feel that, you know what I'm saying, it's a big thing, but it is a big thing. I always show you that. So that means you don't respect me in the same, in that way. So, you know, that's all I feel is a disrespect. That's all.
That's a bad jacket to put on anybody, though. You know what I mean? To say that, like, you made up some fake paperwork.
Especially when it didn't go the way he said it. Especially when that story was far-fetched as it was. That I made that paper up. I hate somebody so much that I would do that to somebody. That is disgusting to say, because that's far from who I am. My truth is being shot down because of money, of guys that are in podiums that are supposed to be respected and that are held in you know, as a certain kind of way, when they don't got the moral stature to do certain things that really gives them that, you know, those attributes of being, you know, somebody I should listen to, somebody that tells the truth, somebody I should even turn on to and respect that way. So the people got to know that, since he tried to assassinate, you know, say my character on lies. So I have to just rebuttal that with this. So the people can know, yo, listen, this is the guy who's able to do this and not even have no backbone or no courtesy or no honor to admit that he was wrong when he knows the truth because it's been told. To at least try to fix that situation and not make it as personal as he did with me. Because that's personal. You hurting my brand. You hurting my character to the people. And you making it look like Cuban Link is the crazy one that's just, you know, throw people under the bus because he hates you. Because he's you know, he's not in a good position now and he's in the bottom. And, you know, he's just a mad, angry, angry motherfucker that just, you know, hates the world when it's far from who I am. I'm just standing up for my truth and trying to find out certain truths through certain ways, through people, you know what I'm saying, that I got respect for. But anyway, if you don't think that's worthy of an apology, then we already know where we stand. That's it. But I got nothing personal with that. Where, you know what I'm saying, I hate for him for that. I just hate the fact that we see it. We see what you're doing, man, and you're better than that. It's really my gripe.
Right.